All right. Good morning, guys. Take two. It's Tuesday evening. I always say good morning because it's kind of my schedule. So this is a Rough Ryder Moonglow double lockback RR1898. And I believe this is the first Rough Ryder I picked up. I mentioned in some of my other videos, my previous knives had been tactical and utilitarian, multi-tool, stuff like that. I hadn't had a slip joint since I was a kid, or maybe some, I had some lockbacks, but like I said, they were the kind of utilitarian, tactical style, blah, 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 blah. Spent a couple hours looking for a knife for my son a few years back, and came across a bunch of these pocket knives at Rough Ryder, and Frost Cutlery had some interesting ones too. And what grabbed my attention was these. Well, first of all, this one, it just had a really vintage look to it. Now, I know this is Moonglow, this handle, but it was just the overall combination of colors, the nickel silver bolsters, the writing on the bolster, shield. The modern touch was this pocket clip, and I liked that. Although I may take this off after I watched Knife Chats with Tobias, and I think is short on this, and they both removed it. And after handling it, I can kind of see why. It can be awkward if you're working with it. A little pokey, maybe. Let's see. So it's a 4-inch closed knife. Like I said, nickel steel bolsters. 2 blades, each has its own lock. Glow-in-the-dark handles. And you see this Rough Ryder has RR and then Rough and Ryder on each side. The bolster, or of the shield there. It's pretty good. There's a little bump here on this, but not bad. On this pin, a couple of pins here. Brass liners. Just go over it a little bit here. Yeah, nice. I really like the brass liners. They're nice. And yeah, so this is removable. So the main blade is a drop point, and it's really nice, to be honest. Nice sturdy blade. Has RR and RR stamped on the tang. On the other side, we've got the number in China etched on the tang. Okay. Get that in there. On the blade itself, it's 440 stainless, or 440 razor sharp. Let's see if I can. I can't see what else. A little dirty. Steel? Yeah, I think 440 razor sharp steel. That's what it says. So that's just a nice blade. It's a nice stout blade for whatever it is you're looking to do with this knife. Sure, I've got it. There we go. And the locks, both locks are a little stiff. This lock is less stiff. And then the other blade is a clip point. And I like it in its size in combination with the drop point. I think it fits well. I think I'm going to have to adjust the camera angle for the next one. Sorry, guys, I'm still experimenting with this setup here. So we've got RR on the tang as well. RR, maybe Rough Ryder. And nothing on the other side. Now this one is real stiff. I had a hard time with it last night. Yeah, this needs a good cleaning. I had soaked this in WD-40 and just thrown it in a bag with a couple others to see if I could. Sorry, getting rid of this chew. See if I could loosen up that those locks. I'll try some of the joint lube in there at some point, I think, maybe. I think it's a really cool knife. Let's see if I can get I think it's 2.75 on the main blade. Yeah, 2.75. Cutting surface just over 2.5. And the nail nick on this side is kind of hidden away, but it's still easy. You know, to me, it's still easy to utilize. And let's see here. So we've got maybe 2.5 blade length, 2 1/8 cutting surface. And maybe I'll do another video after I take the pocket clip off. Oh, so I did some posts of previews on this knife, and I charged up the handles, and they glow really nice. They do. Let's see if I can get it to glow in the camera here really quick. Hang on a second. Got a lot of lights on, so see how many I'm gonna have to turn off. Okay, there we go. Blocking out some of the kitchen light there. So yeah, you can see that it's glowing. Charge this up here. Let's see if the other side is. I didn't charge up this side. I don't know if it's really. Yeah, a little bit maybe. But so get this light back on here. There we go. See, it's almost like an RT on the bolster. I think that means something, but I'll have to research what it means. If that's really a T, but I think that it is. I can't remember if it was Tobias from Knife Chats that mentioned that. So yeah, sorry it's a little dirty. We got Rough Ryder on the pocket clip. But yeah, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this little look at it. Trying to think if you can find this or not. I think I saw one on eBay for $40. I don't really think you can find these much. There is some of the Glow series available on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, just not this one. See if I can figure out which ones still may be available. I'll tell you guys. I think they're just called Glow and not Moon Glow. And on the box it just said Glow. Let's see. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Come on. There we go. Pulling some up here. So let's see. We've got the ones I'm looking at have the same shield in the center there. We've got a 2-blade Moon Glow Half Hawk. It's RR1898. Looks like a pen blade and a half hawk blade. There you go. Got a Moon Glow Large Stockman RR1828. What is this one? That's an interesting one. I'll circle back to that one. Okay, so it just looks like 3 of them. So this Rough Ryder Glow Folding Knife, Glow Series RR1827, almost looks like a sod buster. It looks less glowy than the other. You know what I mean? It's just, maybe it's just the picture they took of it. It's a single blade, looks like a drop point. A drop point blade. And with a liner lock. $11.99. So certainly not expensive. Anyway, guys, so thanks for putting up with my ramble. Excuse me. I wanted to get one out. Working on 1 cup of coffee and whatever. So you guys have a great night. I hope this has been a little bit informative, and I hope you enjoyed it. God bless. Take care.